I'm George Athens from Vancouver. I won a gold medal at the British Empire Games in 1950. Welcome to the spirit of the Games.
Dance to the music, unveil the world's tallest totem, rise up and join in the spirit of the game.
This is Club 94. This is where all the volunteers from this year's Commonwealth Games come to let their hair down, recharge their batteries, and get set to donate another day of their lives to victorious Commonwealth Games. We're going to check this place out tonight and see what's going on. Come on, let's check out the dance floor. Okay.
I was a seagull in the legend.
You were the seagull?
I was a seagull.
I saw you. What do you think of the idea of having a place to come and relax?
Oh, that's super. First time I've been here.
Yeah. Well, it's the first night, you know.
I didn't know that.
I am the tail of the wolf.
The tail of the wolf, a very important part.
Yeah, it was a very important part.
How'd you enjoy the ceremony?
It was awesome.
You're the head of the wolf.
I am.
You got the front end and the back end.
You do. I was a branch of a tree.
You were a branch? You weren't in the opening ceremonies, were you?
No.
You weren't on the horse?
Nope.
I could have sworn I recognized you.
Sorry. Same uniform.
The uniform, that's it. You guys all look the same. You remember me next time you'll pull me over, won't you?
We'll
I was the
try.
nice guy asking you questions?
Yeah, we'll try.
Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy the night. What do you think of Club 94?
Great.
Good idea?
Fantastic.
Why aren't you dancing?
He won't come.
Oh, he won't come?
No.
Oh, come on, I'll dance with you, come on. Oh, the song's over! Can those volunteers party? I can handle this all night. So what we're going to do, we're going to send this over to Tara. She's down in the First Nations Cultural Village where there was a very special gathering to honor some very special elders.
They were a little-known part of Canada's war effort, but earlier this week, First Nations war veterans were honored by their people for their part in the wars. About 500 people turned out from a dozen different bands for a day of singing, dancing, and absorbing the worldly words of their elders.
We're on the threshold, the very near future, that we will be able to determine our own destiny. And I say to you, the young people, we are passing the baton, if you may, of our heritage from our elders. And please guard it with jealousy. Please remember who you are, where you came from, and be proud of it.
Our veterans have been left out almost traditionally in the past in any kind of honoring ceremony. So it is really fitting that that here at this celebration that we honor those, because when we look at our people, there's always been a form of honor and a thank you for anyone that has given their lives for our people. So, you know, it's only traditional and fitting that we do it.
This time, the Commonwealth Games, what more could we ask? It's just fantastic. And it just seems really a blessing that 50 years, you know, we'll get this salute. And 50 years since D-Day, when a lot of these veterans landed on D-Day, you see today. A lot of them went through Sicily, and some of these American friends out with us are in Vietnam.
All the things that's happening now is so encouraging, and
especially my people coming back to their ways, and they seem to understand more. And what I see today and all the places I've gone to has given me much more knowledge what my people are doing, you know, and makes me proud to be a Canadian, and I think all my people are doing.
Aboriginal peoples came from across BC and around the world to attend the ceremony, which wrapped up with a chant of prophecy from dancers who came all the way from Hawaii. The prophecy tells of strengths and riches as long as their culture stays alive.
We, the Nishka, welcome you to the spirit of the games.
Sydney artist Morgan Warren will have a brief moment to cherish from these games. She'll have precisely 3 minutes to present her creation to Prince Philip. Now, the two have a lot in common with their mutual interest in nature conservation.
I did a limited edition for a conservation organization in the spring of this year, and he happens to be the patron of that organization.
Oh, okay.
And I decided I would like to express my personal appreciation to the Prince for all the work he's done in conservation areas over the past years.
Now that you have an opportunity to speak to Prince Philip, and it is only 15 minutes, unfortunately, but what sort of things do you want to speak to him about? Now, what do you want to talk to him about?
I would like to talk to him specifically about the area where I live, because that is, of course, most familiar to me.
Home is where the heart is.
Right. The Saanich Peninsula is a very beautiful area, probably one of the most beautiful in Canada, and I would hate to see it destroyed by overdevelopment.
Right.
There's a lot of bird sanctuaries out here at the present time, which I would say are probably in danger. And I'm sure with some planning and organization and a little forethought, these places could be preserved.
This is really a fairly formal affair. Are you worried about, oh my goodness, or what do I wear, what do I do, what do I say?
No, that seems to be a leading question amongst ladies, is what am I going to wear? And to tell you the honest truth, that is entirely secondary to me. What I want to do is make some pertinent comments and conversation with the Duke of Edinburgh.
Yeah. From what I understand, I've never met him, he's a very, very intelligent man. I mean, I'm sure you could talk with him for, hours upon hours about this.
Oh, I'm sure I could.
Yeah, for sure.
The only thing I have to do is learn to curtsy, and that's what's giving me the most problems.
Okay, this is IBMs Info 94, and I'm here with Victoria. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. And you?
I'm fine, thank you. Now tell me how this works.
This is a really easy-to-use touch screen. All you do is you touch the screen, and it'll take you through all the information that you need to know about the Commonwealth Games.
Now, so let's say I'm an athlete, and I want to know what I'm having for dinner tonight.
Okay, well, let's go over here to the Athletes' Village. And you touch it.
Okay, I'll do it. Menu. Okay, what day? All right. Say here. Okay. This is great. I've got pasta selections. Okay, so now this is, of course, this can be printed up, and this is what the athletes see in the village, right? They have these machines too.
Well, they do a lot of planning on what they're going to eat. It's an important part of their nutritional training.
Now, how many machines do you have stationed here?
We have over 100 machines all through the Commonwealth Games sites for use by the media, the athletes, the coaches, even the public.
Wow, that's impressive. Now, let's say that, I want to find out who I'm competing against and how many people, are in my sport. How would I do that?
Okay, well, let's go back to the main menu. Find out about your competitors. What sport do you want to look at?
Let's say track and field.
Okay, let's go to track and field. Here we are. It's called athletics. And what sport in athletics do you want?
Let's say 400 meters.
Okay. Women's races. Here we go, 400 meters. Who are your competitors and what are their best times?
Wow. Now, Victoria, look at all these competitors. Now, can I print this up?
You can take it home and study it. Go right
Okay,
ahead.
great. Thank you so much, because I have got a lot of training to do.
Okay, so tell me what happened with your ankle.
Well, I was running to Rogers. No, I wasn't actually running. I was walking pretty fast in my platforms, and it just twisted. But I thought, as I'm here with you, and you are a doctor for the athletes, and everybody thinks I'm an athlete because they keep asking me that question.
That's okay. Everybody thinks I'm a doctor too.
Oh,
so.
really? Oh, good. So I thought, well, you know, maybe I could get my ankle checked. Could you help me?
No problem. Certainly. Okay, well, just test it. There are a few basic tests that one does on an ankle.
I'm resisting, aren't I?
No, you're just relaxing. Does that hurt at all? Yeah. Any pain through there?
No.
Okay. Just point your foot down now like this. Okay. Push out against my hand. Okay. So
Ow.
sore through there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little there?
Yeah. I have flat feet, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, we won't go into that because that's a whole different examination technique. So.
Okay.
But that's tender through there when you push there.
Yeah, it is, actually.
Okay. Well, I don't think you've done anything serious. Your ankle is very stable. Let me just have a look at the other side, because I just need this to compare. Yeah, no, it's the same degree of flexibility. So what I think probably what you've done is that when you start to go over on your ankle, you tighten this muscle and tendon to stop yourself going over, and you've just strained that one slightly because it runs behind there.
Okay. Is there anything I can do? Is there exercise? Ice.
Ice is the one proven modality. Everybody uses it. Every trauma receives it. And we have ice stations everywhere. They're serviced daily. We go through huge amounts of ice. It's a major consideration.
Yeah. Now, what's the most common complaint that the athletes have you found so far?
Musculoskeletal, or just generally? That's bones, muscles, legs.
So a lot of sprains or pulled muscles and.
No, the commonest things are the standard things: colds, diarrhea, that kind of thing, homesickness. Yeah. And so on. But if we're starting to look at musculoskeletal injuries, the sprained ankle is probably the commonest.
Right. And what can I do? And I actually really badly injured my ankles when I was young. I was taking ballet, believe it or not. And so what can is there any exercise I can do to sort of, because sometimes when it's really damp, you can feel it going like that.
But what happens following ankle injuries is that you lose what we call proprioception, okay? Proprioception is the certain knowledge of knowing exactly where a joint is in space. So what happens to you once you've injured an ankle is that you start going over on it, and you go over on it further than before you recognize what's happening. So you go right over on it. So the commonest prior cause for sprained ankles is that you sprained your ankle before. So if you've injured your ankle, then
it's very
within
weak yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
It's not actually weak. The muscles are strong. They just don't react quickly enough. Okay. And anybody that sprained their ankle is susceptible to respraining within a year afterwards. When you're looking at athletes who sprain their ankles relatively frequently, it's a source of continuous concern. Right. So we really try to retrain ankles.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Aggressively.
Remember the last time you were in a foreign country and had to deal with brand new money? Well, a lot of people in downtown Victoria, right here in Tourist Row, are going through that very same thing. Foreign fiscalaphobia.
Okay, we got to ask you some questions to find out what they know about Canada. First of all, we're going to talk about our money. All right. Now, I'm going to show you. I'll show you a bill here. We're not going to show you the numbers or anything, but from the color of the bill, you got to tell us what it is. Okay. Let's check this out here. And if you get it correct, of course, you get to keep it. All right. All right. There's a blue one. First of all, we're going to start with David at the end. David, what's the blue one?
It's a 5. I think I've seen one before.
No, that's incorrect. Okay, it's a 10, actually, David. Okay, let's just check this out here. Okay, Annette, you're next. Annette, you're very close. Actually, it was a 6. It was a 6. Annette, what is it? It's the green one, Annette.
2.
2, oh, very close. You put a 0 beside that. It would have been a 20. It could have been yours. Okay. Craig, we got one more for you here. All right, let's see what this thing is. Oh, the blue, not the blue one, the red one. The red one, a favorite of mine. All right, any idea there, Craig?
No idea. I'll take a guess and say about 10.
About 10. You're about 40 off. That was a 50. Could have been yours. It's a great game if you win it, I tell you. Okay, another question about money. David, what's a nickel?
It's 10 cents.
Incorrect. That would be a 5-cent piece. All right, Annette, what is a dime?
10 cents.
Absolutely correct. We'll get a dime to her, all right? There's our first winner right there.
You're watching Spirit of the Games. Catch that spirit.
Well, Mike, I'm glad to see that you're watching the show. Now, when the assignment came up to cover the Queen dedicating the Rose Garden at Government House, we thought we'd send someone who could handle the situation in his own unique way. Here's Dave.
I guess I could say I've reached the pinnacle of my journalism career. Just look over here. We got print, we got radio, we got television, all boarding the bus that takes us off to see the Queen. And we get to go with them. We're going to go shoot the Queen, which is, of course, just a technical term. We're not actually going to shoot her. We're going to, we're going to cover the Queen, is what I'm saying. Not like cover her with a blanket or a tarp or anything like that. We're going to go see her. Okay, we'll get on the bus. Every person on this bus is big-time media, very big, like huge. Like, these guys are huge. And this is Moira. Moira, now you've done this kind of stuff like for ages, and I haven't. What should I do when I get there?
Well, the first problem, Dave, is you're not wearing a hat.
Oh.
Don't you know that the Queen always wears a hat? She likes people to wear hats.
So, whoops. What?
And you're not wearing a tie either. Like, what is the deal?
Oh, I don't know. What about, how do I address her?
Curtsy.
Curtsy, all right.
She's Her Majesty. He's your Royal Highness. Okay. And you have to do the wave. You keep your arm very still. It comes a little bit from the elbow, just a quarter turn.
Gotcha.
And then,
cool.
And she'll be pleased.
All right, well, we'll have to practice that. Where are you? Oh, you're Broadcast News.
Broadcast News, Canadian Press, yeah.
Oh, excellent. Do you, this may be a little inappropriate, I guess, here at this gathering, but do you, need anyone there?
Do I like what?
Do you need anyone there at all, or?
Do I need anyone?
Could you hire me, I guess is what I'm really after.
Oh, you want a job?
Pretty much. I mean, it's...
In broadcasting?
Sure.
In news?
I make coffee, whatever you need, really.
It's the response that I've seen in the industry before, and I'm just reiterating it, but I think it's something like go fish.
Oh, okay, all right, what the heck, okay.
An impressive array of media, as usual, from all over the place. And we're all up here on the podium awaiting the Queen's arrival. Beautiful sunny afternoon here. And I know that Joe was asking people on his show if they've caught the spirit. Everybody here certainly has caught the spirit. We expect to see the Queen, in about 5 minutes' time, Terry.
Great Grandma Russell would be very proud of me right now. Me, the Queen, several hundred media representatives. It's amazing. There's everybody's here, the BBC, the CBC, the CTV. Well, no one cares about them, but Australia, New Zealand, and pinch me somebody, CNN. This is really amazing. I mean, we're talking about Queen Elizabeth here. She's incredible. She's probably the only woman I'd leave my mother for. Wow. This is, she was right here. She's right, and then she walked right, and then, wow, she's right there. Where did everybody go? Oh, they're leaving. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! There goes CNN! Wait! Oh no! There goes my chance at CNN.
Don't worry, Dave. If CNN doesn't want you, we'll always have you at Rogers. Their loss, our gain. You know, these games are really a collection of people, a gathering of people from different countries with one language, but a smorgasbord of culture, like the Nyonza Dancers from Uganda.
cross-cultural exchange. That's an important part of this year's Commonwealth Games. We're here in Colwood at Belmont School, and behind me is the Nyonza Dancers from Uganda. They're about to share with us and the students here at the Island Dance Studio their special brand of dance and songs. It wasn't long before the Nyonza Dancers had these local kids moving to the beat of African drums. And how did our Canadian kids thank their guests for teaching them the ways of African dance? By teaching them ballet, of course. When the lesson switched back to African dance, I couldn't help but catch the spirit.
This is really the nuts and bolts of the Commonwealth Games. It's people here working the basic rhythm, the footwork. All the feet are going down in the same rhythm. This is them teaching us. They're our invited guests. This is where it's all at.
Hi, I'm Paul Leach from Auckland, New Zealand. I've just won a bronze medal in the 100-kilometre teams time trial. You're watching Spirit of the Games. It's great.
The Mountie always gets his ma'am. Episode 2, The Big Tip.
Rhythmic gymnastics and artistic gymnastics, two really different sports, but they have some similarities. If you were explaining to people, how would you explain the differences? Camille.
Well, actually, they're totally separate sports. The only similarity is basically that artistic also do a floor routine, but pretty much that's it.
What's Canada going to do in the Commonwealth Games in artistic gymnastics?
They're going to do as best as we possibly can. We're going to go out there and do our job like we know we're capable of.
What does it take to win a gold medal?
It takes a lot of teamwork, a lot of unison between the team, and a lot of confidence.
Rhythmic gymnastics and Camille Martins, in your home province, how do you feel about it, the Commonwealth Games being in Victoria, being home?
It's really exciting. It's a lot of fun to be able to finally feel the support that's been coming overseas, but it'll be great to be at home for such a big event.
What would you like to do?
Medal. Definitely going for medals, but overall I think just the whole team is going for, 4 clean routines first day and see who qualifies on from there, but we'll be happy with just, we're happy with our routines.
Is your sport dangerous?
It's dangerous to the person who doesn't do it, but I mean, it looks dangerous. That's probably why it's so exciting. It's not, you just have to think about it. It's like any other sport. You think about what you're doing and you're fine.
Dangerous to the person who doesn't do it. I'm not going to be doing it. You're going to be doing it. All the best in the game.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
This is the closest I'll ever get to becoming a gymnast. Now, things get swinging tomorrow at the gymnastics venue, so keep your eyes open for those great Canadian athletes. And there's lots of things to do and see here at the Commonwealth Games, including the world's tallest totem pole.
Well, we started out to bring all the nations together, the Pacific Northwest coast, to do a project together. Prior to this totem pole, the tallest totem pole was in Alert Bay, which is the Kwagilth Nation. And so through discussions, we thought we would allow them to carve the top of the pole, and so they'd be actually breaking their own record. Well, traditionally, totem poles face the ocean, and the reason being is that a totem pole communicates a message to the people coming to it. Years ago, of course, the canoes all came towards the village from the ocean, where now the people approach the totem pole from the path. So it's really traditional to face the direction the people are coming at it.
The spirit of Lakwaman. This totem pole is presented as a gift to the people of Canada by a group of First Nation artists from British Columbia in recognition of the 15th Commonwealth Games.
I wish to thank the carvers of this magnificent totem pole, which has been given to the people of Canada. It took the tree which was carved over 300 years to reach this magnificent height. And I can assure you that for 300 years, this totem pole will stay here. But for centuries and centuries after these 300 years, the spirit of friendship, of tolerance, and of understanding will live in the Canadian people's heart. Thank you very much.
Mighty fine if our guy's been partying with the volunteers all night long.
Yeah, someone's got to do it, Tom.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what? I was this close to the Queen today. This.
How many times have we heard it?
So close.
I don't believe you. Well, we've all had some pretty thrilling experiences. Like I had one with a shark, and you'll see that tomorrow.
A shark. Well, why don't we say why don't we just say goodbye and hasta mañana, okay?
Hasta mañana.
Bye.
Goodbye.